And Jim Toth on 680 CJOB.
Free for all
Friday.
Phone lines are open, 204-780-6868. Text line open, as always, here on Jets at noon. VIP take on the text line. I win a VIP car wash from our good friends at Wash Method, 690 St. Anne's Road, 204-780-6868.
The method of washing is what everyone needs.
Probably going to be a phone call today. It's going to end up winning that.
Because it's free for all.
That's what we do here from our good friends at Wash Method.
Anyone can text. We all have thumbs.
That's it, yeah. Not everybody can dial a phone.
Not everyone can go, hey, this is what's going on.
Pick up the phone.
Pick up the phone and call.
You know, we've been saying that for like years. Years
I can't find it.
I still have no idea where that's from.
I mean, admittedly, I'm not good on Googling stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I get told at home all the time, just Google it, and I do it. I'm like, it's not here. And then, like, it's because you punched this in. So it might be me, but I can't find the pick up the phone.
I have no idea. It's just like rings in my head. I just have no idea where it's from. But, of course...
Something enticing about it, though. Great slogan.
Yeah, we're coming at you live from the Boston Pizza studio for gourmet pizza and pasta. Bring the team to Boston Pizza.
Hey, before we take any calls...
Go ahead.
This just came up from an hour ago from Frank Saravelli, and it leads into what Tyson and I talked about on the podcast today, because you went and crushed beers. I mean, had a coffee.
Wow,
had a coffee.
No.
Frank Saravelli regarding Mason McTavish in Anaheim.
Yes.
I think a change of scenery would be good for him. I think there's a lot of teams that are interested. Some teams have tried to work on an offer sheet. That's from the Bleacher Report. I think, is that where Frank went, the Bleacher Report? I know he left Daily Face.
I have no idea what he's up to.
I mean, he looks like he's been everywhere, including World War II, but he's actually only in his 30s.
Yeah. Well, we had him on the show one time, and because I grew up with Pokemon. Pokemon was a big thing. The cards, the TV show when I was in elementary school. And he's not that much older than I am.
No.
And I made a reference to it, and he just was having none of it.
No.
He humiliated me.
Wow.
Or you know what, Jim? He didn't humiliate me. I humiliated myself.
Yeah, that's the way to look at it.
Yeah.
I've learned in my advanced years of plus 50 now, don't ever be afraid to look at yourself. If there's an issue,
I got to look inward. Yeah,
it's not always somebody else.
But how did he miss? Like how did he miss the phenomenon that was Pokemon when I was?
I still have no idea what it is either. I was in the store the other day and my 4-year-old said, "Hey, look, Pokemon." And I'm like, "Yeah, what?"
See, Hannah, you said Pokemon. It's Pokemon.
Yeah.
See, exactly.
I did get him some Pokemon crack. What is it? Crackers, though. You get him. He loves them in his lunch.
Forte, what did you have? Red or blue or yellow when you were growing up on the Game Boy Color?
I think I had the red and the blue.
Oh, you had both. See, I'm a twin brother, so I had red, and Shane had blue, and then my younger brother Colton had yellow.
Yeah, but you guys can always switch them.
Yeah, and then we had the connector cable, and we would like trade and stuff. It was good times.
Have you guys kissed a girl yet? Now that you're in your 30s?
Working on it.
Yeah,
working
on it. Yeah, not there yet.
Maybe put the cards down for a bit and head outside.
Yeah, it's a miracle.
Never know who you'll meet.
I thought the ladies love the cards.
Miracles can happen.
Good luck to you both. But anyway, that's what we discussed. We don't have to get into it here, but that's what we discussed on the potential of getting a player like that.
I've always been a McTavish fan, and and I loved in that game that was meaningless against the Jets when they lost. He took his stick and cranked it on the crossbar. And I'm like, they're not making the playoffs, but he still wants to win and is still that ticked off at a loss in a meaningless game in the very end of the season. I'm like, that's a guy I want on my team. So if the Jets are involved in an offer sheet with him, I'm game. I'm totally game. Or at least I'm not sure how engaged they are, but if there's something in the works there and the Jets are humming and hawing on it, you're not going to have me come on the air and say, oh, that was a bad move. I would wholeheartedly support it, and I have no inside information if they're looking at it or not.
As opposed to your other former Duck that was your favorite player, Trevor Zegras, who, when the Jets were up 2-1 or 2-0, and he made it 2-1 and acted like he scored the goal in the Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Final.
Yeah, backwards into the glass drove me nuts.
You're still down by one.
Like, dude, you got to go out there and tie the game.
But anyway, to the point of that is the discussion on the podcast is, and maybe some people have this take at 780-6868 on Free for All Friday today, so we'll get to your calls right away, is just that, is everyone's excited about Jonathan Toews, and I get that.
Yeah.
But he's not here for 5 years. Maybe he is. I don't know. But I would think 2 years at most. They still, if you can go get, when the opportunity is there, a future second line center, so you stop going around and around about this, you do it.
Yeah, and Toews is going to do anything you ask him to do to get back in it.
And this year, don't get me wrong, I think he is the second line center this year.
Well, yeah, at least, for sure.
But you can go get a Mason McTavish or a Marco Rossi and have them on the wing for a year or two and then put them in the center for the next 4 or 5.
Hey, call the Boston Pizza Jets and Noon hotline, open 24/7, 204-780-6800. Coming for lunch every weekday to Boston Pizza. Get a delicious main, side, and ice cold drink for only $15 only at BP. The number one caller will be awarded a $50 gift certificate to Boston Pizza today. Oh, we got our number one caller already lined up. We'll hear from them later on in the show. Let's go to the phone lines. Hey, Adam, welcome to the show.
Oh, guys.
Hey,
I was falling asleep waiting for this.
Oh. Sorry to wake you, but go ahead. Thanks for calling in.
Oh, you guys are talking about crushing beers and kissing girls, but hey, it's free for all.
Adam, I live for nothing less.
Hey, I want that car wash.
Wow,
you gotta wow us here. You gotta wow us.
Bring
what
it.
do you got for us?
Free for all.
Yeah, but what's your take?
Oh,
Adam,
what's your Jets take?
Adam, I'm telling you right now, it's not looking good.
Jonathan Toews?
Sorry?
My take on Jonathan Toews?
Just any Jets take is you call into Free For All Friday with your hottest Jets take, and we think about it.
It's the kid from St. Vital coming back home.
I like it. I like it.
I'll give you this. You're correct. He is from St. Vital. He is coming back
now,
home.
Adam, if you call back next week, I might have a car wash for you, but we got to move on. I appreciate it, Adam. You take care. Okay,
but I
thanks
like
so much
your
for the
enthusiasm, Adam.
The way that you brought the Free For All Friday, I might turn it into a promo. You never know.
And I like the take because it's all takes today that you were bored waiting for us to get to you. So I like that as well. That's bold. I like that.
Thanks.
I waited. I had to say it. Free for all.
Can I ask you a serious question?
Yeah.
How many you had?
None.
Oh, there you go.
It's high on life. Thanks, Adam.
Thanks,
Take care,
Adam.
man.
Have a great weekend, pal.
Yeah, 204-780-6868. Let's go back to the phone lines. Hey, we got Val here. Hey, Val.
Hey, a couple of items here. First of all, I think Jonathan doesn't look quite right to me. He just seems a little off. I hope him well. I hope he does good. Wouldn't surprise me is that he's nowhere near what he was, and he may bow out.
Looks off how?
Sorry?
Looks off how?
Like just in the
appearance?
In his appearance, his availability, like just when you saw him when he was introduced. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, everything I've seen of him, he just looks a little bit not quite right. But I could be wrong. I mean, let's try stuff. Second thing, regarding the game in Calgary a week or whatever ago. Now, I've heard it from somebody, just one. I'm not buying into it totally, but it's out there. Could the fact that Calgary is not doing well as far as attendance, they may be in more serious trouble than we think they are, and perhaps the league came to a couple of key players and said,
wait, you're talking, just to be clear, you're talking about the Bombers and the Stamps.
The Stamps, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Well, 2 weeks. Yes, that they're in, and so being the Stampede crowd there, I think that the league may have suggested, hey, take one for the league boys. Not very many people would be involved, and there would probably be no money transferred. But is it possible that a couple, especially one key player, was told to wouldn't be so bad if Calgary won to get themselves back in the league?
Val, I do not think that. There's no way that happened.
You got to convince 54 players on a roster that you got to. I don't believe in conspiracy theories, Val. And the second thing is Calgary's been terrible for multiple seasons. That's why their attendance isn't very good.
Well, that's right, but it's time to save them or let them go. And I didn't say 54 players. I said perhaps the coach and one or two more.
Okay.
And that's
Val, you're going to go to Mike O'Shea and say, Mike, I don't know if you need to win this game. Why don't you just bow out? Do you think that conversation with Mike O'Shea happened?
Well, look at if Calgary's in deep trouble and it boils down to filling that arena this year. Yeah, it's totally impossible. I mean,
but they're a good team this year, Val. They went and got Vernon Adams, who was a MOP candidate in BC. Like, they've made some improvements here. That they're a much better team than what you've seen the last 3 years.
Val, we got to leave it there. Take care. Thanks for the call. 204-780-6868. 204-780-6868. Let's take a break. Let's come back. Get to more calls on the phone line. Hey,
Your hottest Jets off-season takes.
Yeah, Jets takes here, 204-780-6868. We'll squeeze in some text messages as well. We got some coming in. We'll be right back.
Today's the day we think about it. I'll think about what Val said.
Not too sure.
Adam,
Jets
I don't know if you haven't had a
on
few.
680 at noon with Cameron Poitras and Jim Toth on 680 CJOB.
I'm not sure what this texter's referring to, but he says, are you guys taking calls from outer space today or what?
Yes, we are, actually. It's Free for All Friday.
Hey.
If anybody wants to call from outer space, more than happy to.
All opinions welcome on this show.
Maybe on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we'll be like, nah, not today from outer space. But Friday, we'll take
If
them.
you got the stones to call us, you're good in my book. I appreciate you. Let's go back to the phone lines. Let's get Ryan on the show. Hey, Ryan.
Hey, guys. How's it going today?
Good. How are you?
Good. I just want to touch on the Jonathan Toews situation. I don't want to overestimate him, but I definitely would not underestimate him. Mm-hmm. He's a proven Stanley Cup champion, a captain, and a leader. And he's not coming back just to play. He's coming to prove something to himself and all the doubters out there.
So what do you think his points total is going to be? I popped it into AI, and I think AI happens to be right. I think it's somewhere between 35 and 45. Do you think that's high or low?
Yeah, I think, well, personally, what I would have said is between 40 and 50 for sure.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. And
I mean, if he plays 70 games, we're laughing, right?
Yeah. Do the Jets need another option at 2C, or you think he's the guy?
I think he's the guy. He's like I say, he's not going to come back just for the sake of coming back. He's ready.
I agree with you. Like, I don't know what he's going to be. And I don't think he's the type of guy that would come back to go, I hope this works well. I think he's pretty confident that he can do this. And he also said there was a time he thought he'd never play again. Mm-hmm. So
exactly. So he's proving it to himself, right?
Yeah, you know? No disrespect to Val. I thought the opposite when I saw him on the television cameras. I thought he looked absolutely ripped and ready to go.
Oh, for sure. And I mean, you know, I'm not trying to be weird, but the legs he has, he's ready to go.
Yeah, he said the hands are there, legs are going to come. Ryan, thanks so much for the call. Appreciate it. Take care, okay?
Thanks. Have a
great weekend. Let's squeeze in. Phil wants to talk Bombers. We'll squeeze in a Bomber call here. Hey, Phil.
Free for all Friday.
Free for all. Free for all. What's going on, Phil? What's going on, dude?
Good. I don't know what that other guy was talking about because he was really choppy, but I'm sure he's into a six-pack already.
Okay.
Good for him.
But
Friday.
I wish I was.
I want you guys to hear it first from me. Tonight, I think Jefferson's a beast. I think the Bombers are going to come out flying, and I'm calling a Jefferson trifecta. One pass knockdown, one quarterback sack, and one fumble recovery.
Oh,
I'm writing this down. Phil the Thrill's calling his name.
Okay, and you know what? Might get a
trifecta.
Might pull down an INT tonight too. You never know.
Do you think he's got a pick six or a fumble recovery 6 in him?
I think let's go with one or the other. I think we're looking at an interception or a fumble.
Yeah, I like the Bombers.
I wouldn't be as bold as to call it a 6-point score, but that would definitely be a bonus.
Thanks a lot, Phil.
Appreciate it, Phil. Enjoy the game tonight.
Call the Boston Pizza Jets and Noon hotline open 24/7, 204-780-6800. Coming for lunch every weekday to Boston Pizza. Get a delicious side, main, and ice cold drink for only $15 only at BP. Hey, we'll give away that $50 gift certificate to the best caller to that line when we come. Welcome back. Jets at Noon brought to you by Wash Method Car Wash, 690 St. Anne's Road. Method. Still have that VIP car wash to give away from our good friends at Wash Method, 204-780-6868. As we're coming at you live from the Boston Pizza Studio for gourmet pizza and pasta, bring the team to Boston Pizza. Richard, hey, you are on Jets at Noon. What's up, dude?
Hey, how are you today, fellas?
Good. What's going on?
Do you still think the Jets really, bottom line, need more toughness overall, or don't you think that's a contributing factor in some of them going as far in the playoffs? What do you think of that?
No, you know what? I don't think the Jets need. I think I think the Jets are a tough team. I really do, and you just look at that series that they fought against St. Louis, and they ended up, I know by the skin of their teeth, but they ended up besting that series. And I'll tell you this, the St. Louis attempted to beat the living snot out of them, and the Jets out-toughed them. And then they out-hit the Dallas Stars in that series. I mean, it wasn't their toughness was the reason why they couldn't get past Dallas. So I think they're a tough team. I don't think that there's an issue there. Like, do you mean like in terms of guys that are willing to fight? Or enforcers.
I was talking with Tanner Pearson, like his dad and stuff. I know the Jets made an offer to him, but of course they couldn't compete with what the Bruins were willing to pay.
Yeah.
But I still think that they could need more tough. Well, after they meet Florida, I think they still a tough guy like that would help. But I guess it's all money, dollars and cents, right?
Well,
there's only one Florida too.
Florida is tough. Don't get me wrong, but when I look at the lines, like I have no problem with Lowry, and Appleton was here, but Lowry, Barron, Niederreiter, these are all tough players to play against. Yeah. Like they're big, annoying and stuff. And then Nemesnikov is a grinder guy, and Scheifele has proven to be, and Velarde is.
Pionk's
I wouldn't want to be on
man.
Velarde's bad side.
Yeah,
like he's taking some. So I mean, how much more do you want, right? Like, and I think the Oilers were very, very skilled, but yet they couldn't compete with what you're sort of referencing, the Florida tenacity and the tenaciousness and the physicality. But
yeah, I appreciate.
It sure is funny that Paul Maurice thinks he's a combination of Ernie Punch McLean and Fred Shero from the 70s, but his combination is working here in the 2000s. I mean, he's intimidating. They're bullying everybody.
Well, you know what? I think he wishes he had a little bit of more of that when he was the head coach of the Winnipeg Jets. And I think the Jets
happened? Why wasn't he like that here?
Well, I just don't think he had the horses.
I don't think Paul Maurice has really changed. I really don't. Yeah. I having been at practices for years with him, I mean, he would get just as hot as anybody, and he would always preach defense.
The 2018 Jets were a really tough team when they went down into the Western Conference. I mean, they played a bullying style of hockey.
Well, he loved Trouba and Byfuglien and Myers on that side, and was constantly having them pound everybody that came into the end, and that's what he was yelling at the Panthers, right? Pound them so by Game 7 they know.
Yeah. Richard, hey, do you want a car wash?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Awesome, Richard.
Yeah, appreciate it, Rich.
And romance.
You're going to go see our good buddies at Car Wash Method, 690 St. Anne's Road. All right, thanks, Rich.
Okay.
All right, thanks.
You.
Yeah, thank you. 204-780-6868. Let's go to Larry. Hey, Larry.
Hey, guys, I think if you looked up professional or Googled professional hockey player, Johnny Toews comes up, and he's not coming back here unless he knows he's absolutely ready. He knows what it takes. He knows where he needs to be at, and he's coming to his hometown. You think he's going to embarrass himself? Absolutely not. He's going to shine. Everyone's going to freak out. They're going to build a statue at some time. He'll probably get 50 points this year.
Yeah, Larry, he's not going to come back if he feels like he can't. I don't know. Does he believe he can be elite, or does he believe that he can be competitive?
I think he believes he can contribute night in, night out. Yeah. And I don't mean like every seventh game have 2 points. I think he knows, or he wouldn't be doing this, that he's going to help a team get some wins. Now, does that mean a point a night? Probably not. But face-offs, power play, penalty kill, whatever it takes, checking, shutting down the other top lines. I think that, like, that's what's lost in this. When Lowry comes back, points aside, now go down the middle. Like it used to be, Lowry's line played second line minutes often last year because they had a lead.
Yeah.
Well, now Toews can do some of that heavy lifting, right?
Yeah.
He's been away. He wants to come back. He's going to have a spring in his step. It's going to be awesome, guys.
Here's what I said to some fans asking me about Toews last week, and people keep asking me this. I go, let's start thinking of it this way. Instead of speculating what he's going to do here, say he signs somewhere else. Would you fear him?
Yes.
Like, say Nashville grabbed him, or say Minnesota grabbed him.
That's a great point, Jim.
And go, when Minnesota comes to town this year, or say Colorado grabbed him.
Yeah.
Would you fear Jonathan Toews coming to town to play against your team?
Not like he used to be feared, but halfway through the season, and they'll know when he's on the ice.
Well, that's what I mean. I don't mean fear like, oh, here comes one of the best centers in the league. I just mean like, oh man, this makes this team better. Like if Nashville rolled into town with Jonathan Toews this year, would you not go, oh, like not to the degree of, oh, we can't, but you would be like, here comes Toews back to his hometown and his new team. You would kind of go, this is something I'm going to watch.
Yeah.
That's another thing, though. The Jets can't be better than they were this year. They can't get more than 116 points. It's just not going to happen. Hopefully they go a little further in the playoffs, but they lost Ehlers, and that's a tough one. They still got some work to do there.
That's a great conversation going forward this summer, are they a 100-point team? Because nobody had them in first last year. Nobody.
They're a 100-point team, I think, but they're not a President's Trophy winner next year, I don't think.
Yeah, they get 116.
Yeah, I don't think they went into last year with an expectation of winning it. Thanks a lot, Larry. Appreciate it.
It was the start last year, right?
Yeah.
Like the 15-1, was it?
Yeah, it was pretty sweet. Let's go to the text line here. Chris from St. Vital says, I was looking at some old hockey news mags, and I figured I would check on some draft history. In the 2019, 2020, and 2021 drafts, the Jets only had one player drafted with over 100 games in the NHL, Cole Perfetti. 13 guys have played 0 games, and only Heinola played more than 10. Drafting is not really delivering too many Russians that never made it or got stuck in the AHL. So
I always respond to that with this. It's because they've drafted so well. If they just drafted average, your Kyle Connors, your Mark Scheifele's, your Connor Hellebucks, your Josh Morrissey's, your Adam Lowry's, they wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
These are guys, like even Nick Ehlers gave the organization 10 seasons.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You can draft, you need to draft a better Nick Ehlers to take that spot. You need to draft a better Kyle Connor who just put up 97 points. You're talking about point per game production and a Norris candidate year in, year out. I get it, right? Like Heinola can't figure his way into the lineup. That's not about drafting. That's about they're winning now. Their base of their early years of drafting was so good that now they're going to get Niederreiters and they're going to get Dylan DeMellos and to be better as opposed to let these draft picks come in. But if a draft pick was better, they would be on the team.
So there's Henry Nikkanen, there's Daniel Torgerson. Those guys didn't work out. Simon Lundmark was not re-signed with the team over that course of time. Tyrell Bauer was a 6th-round pick in 2020. He just re-upped. He's a staple with the Manitoba Moose.
Colby Barlow's on the same Mark Scheifele trajectory, is he not? And I'm not saying he's going to be Mark Scheifele. Don't get me wrong. I haven't seen him play last year.
Yeah.
But he was a point-per-game player in the AHL for 3 games. And then he's kind of like he came in, he played a couple games, he went back to junior. He's now coming out. What he does with the Moose will dictate how good of a first-round pick that'll be. But he's not behind schedule by any means.
Yeah, 2021, Nikita Chibrikov. Hey, let's see what he does this year. I think a lot of people are very excited about what he can do. Over 5 games in the NHL, very small sample size. He had 3 goals and 4 points. So we'll wait and see.
But
Kuzmin was traded away, and then the first round pick in 2021 was Chaz Lucius, who I think would have been an NHL player. Look at the drive that guy and the determination he had while dealing with that illness that kept him out of the lineup constantly had him getting re-injured. That guy had the heart of a guy who was going to be in the National Hockey League, but unfortunately health was the reason why he didn't. So I don't think that was necessarily a bad pick. He'd been diagnosed with something that kept him out of the lineup.
And that was a risky pick because he dropped to them out of the top 10 because of the knee injury.
Yeah.
I get it. Like, I'm not saying what they've drafted is just as good as but I look at this as, so 10 years ago was year 5.
Yeah.
And that's when these guys like Trouba's not here anymore, but let's not forget that pick. Mm-hmm. And that turned into Neil Pionk, who just re-signed here and is in the top 4. Trouba's not going to be in the top pairing in Anaheim. He's going to be in the top 4. Like, it's an equal trade for a guy that they got 6 years out of him. And then they got an equal value for him. So they didn't draft Pionk, but that's Trouba in my estimation.
Well, and let's look at 2022. So Chris pulls out 19, 20, and 2021. Let's look at 2022. Elias Solomonson, 55th overall. Okay. The expectation is he is going to be a National Hockey Leaguer sooner rather than later. Brad Lambert, who again is going to have a real good shot at making this team this upcoming season, and 14th overall is Rutger McGroarty, who's been traded for Braden Yeager. So we want to talk about draft classes. That one has a huge potential impact on this team moving forward.
Player.
Right.
Braden Yeager is going to play.
So let's look at 2022 and say, like, you could go back. We could go back in
Christian
3 or 4 years.
Vesalainen is a fair one. Like, Christian Vesalainen never panned out.
Yeah, and Fabian Wagner, he's been scoring with the Moose. I mean, we could look back at 2022 and say, wow, that was an incredible year for the for the Winnipeg Jets. And let's look at 2023. Colby Barlow, Zach Naring, who we got to be able to speak to, both these guys when we were down at development camp. Zach Naring, man, he won
NCAA champion.
Absolutely. Colby Barlow, man, that guy looks dialed in. Jacob Julian, just won a Memorial Cup. Great player with the London Knights. Thomas Milic, could potentially be a backup on this team eventually. So let's just take a step back. There's a lot of reasons to be excited here. I mean, Alphonse Frey, Kevin He, Kieran Walton coming up in 2024. I mean, those guys all have contracts with the Jets already on entry-level deals.
And my point to the 10 years ago, 5 years into them coming from Atlanta, these guys were like Nick Ehlers played in a time where he was like, I'm not very good yet.
Yeah.
Paul Maurice kept playing me in the third period, even though I had 2 turnovers in the second. I really thank him for that. Well, they don't have to do that anymore because they're a Stanley Cup contender. So the development phase has changed a bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go back to the phone lines. Hey, Ryan, what's going on?
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good. Where do you guys see Tanner Pearson fit into the lineup? You guys have him on the fourth line there? Or what do you think Tanner's going to bring to the lineup?
Yeah, I mean, well, it's interesting where he's going to fit in.
I have him on the fourth line.
Yeah, I think he's going to be there. He's definitely going to kill penalties. 100%. He's going to be out there killing penalties. I think that's a big reason why he's here. But yeah, he'll be a fourth line player. Is he going to play every night? I'm not too sure about that, but yeah, I see him on the fourth line.
Okay. I think there's a chance for him to move up in the lineup too, though. If there's any injuries, he could be a guy that could slot up in the lineup. He's got some history with Scheifele too, as well, right?
Yeah, I mean, they were both played together with the Barrie Colts. Yeah, I mean, I definitely think that. I mean, that's a good part about him. Alex Iafallo, I mean, they have the opportunity. These guys have the opportunity to move up. Vladislav Nemestikov, he might be the fourth line center, and he's another guy that can move up and down the lineup. So I think that's something that's very interesting to the Jets. So it's a depth issue.
Having said that, Ryan, I do think they're at the point where they need to make a trade, and they need to go get a defenseman and a forward. And if you can go get a Mason McTavish out of Anaheim, or I feel there's some kind of trade out there, and I think there's some business to be done by some teams that are over the cap, and I think it's like, I don't know, 4 years ago, I'm not sure they would approach it this way, but I think the next 2 years they have to look more hard, or maybe get out of their comfort zone and be a little bit more aggressive than they've have in the past. And I know that's tough for a team that has a tough player getting here and stuff, but I think that we got another text here that says, "Sorry, Jim."
Thanks, Ryan. Thanks for the text message. Thanks for the call. Yeah, take care. Yeah, thanks for the call.
Sorry, Jim. The drafting has been abysmal over the last 9 years. All we have to show for it is Perfetti and Sandberg. No doubt for the first years of the draft, they did very well. I don't agree with that. You know what? They were exceptional in the first 5 years at drafting. Exceptional. 13th overall, 14th overall. Morrissey, Ehlers. They were exceptional. Just because they have been good as opposed to exceptional doesn't mean it's been abysmal. If you have 5 picks a year and 1 to 2 of them play in the National Hockey League and get to more than 200 games, that's successful. Like, I'm sorry, it is. This idea that you're going to draft 5 players and your top 3 picks every single year are going to make the show is asking too much. Yeah. Especially once you've built a contender and you're drafting lower out of the top 20, top 15, you're asking too much. If they have 1 to 2 players a year that make the show and play more than 200 games, that's successful for an NHL franchise.
Yeah. Mr. Chance, get your thoughts on the show today. Call Boston Pizza Jets at noon hotline, open 24/7, 204-780-6800. Coming for lunch every weekday to Boston Pizza. Get a delicious main side and ice cold drink for only $15. Only at BP, the number one caller, will be awarded a $50 gift certificate to Boston Pizza. So here's how this goes down, Jim, just to add this. First round, 91.7% of players who are taken in the first round play at least one NHL game. This is just one. Second round, 65%. Third round, 56%. Fourth round, 38%. Right? So that's just one game. Second rounders, 34% play at least 100 games. And then by the third round, 12% make it to 100. So it's it's a lot of it. It's like you got to have listen. Foresight's always 20/20 or whatever. What I'm trying to say. And then
to just say, other than Samberg and Perfetti, well, Perfetti's in your top 6. Samberg is probably the most coveted player in defense at his age. One of them, anyway.
We'll be right back.
At noon with Cameron Poitras and Jim Toth on 680 CJOB.
Hey, congratulations to Gord. He's our $50 gift certificate to Boston Pizza winner with the best call to the Boston Pizza Jets
Gordo.
at noon hotline. Here was Gord's call.
Hey, Cam, Jim, it's Gord. I just finished listening to that gentleman there from Boston, the Players Association. You know, I like stuff like that. I mean, 50 years in playing hockey, I mean, it sure changed. And the players, you know, it's a job and everything. And I was quite amazed there. The dress code is an issue, but I guess they want to be like the old Oakland Raiders. You guys probably don't remember from 1980. They had Al Davis he had 3 things. Just win, baby. He didn't care. But no, it was a great show. I really enjoyed it. Something real outside the box, as they call it. Take care, guys. Bye.
Yeah, there you go. Thanks a lot, Gord. Yeah, it was a great conversation we had with Executive Director of the NHLPA, Marty Walsh. If you missed it, you can find it on YouTube, or you can download the podcast on Apple, Spotify, Face-to-Face on YouTube, wherever you find your favorite podcast. Plenty memorable Jets talk and episodes and special content exclusively found there, so you can take Jets at Noon wherever you go, wherever you want. Just type in Jets at Noon, wherever you listen to podcasts or on YouTube. So go for it.
Indeed.
Yes. You want to squeeze in a text message here?
Sure.
This texter says, are the Jets going to be fast enough this year? They lost a lot of speed without Ehlers. Well, I think they're slower. They're not as fast as a team. They're definitely slower.
Well, and that's why Carolina wanted him, right?
Yeah.
Was they wanted to get it a little faster. I mean, we'll have to see who takes that spot.
Yeah.
I don't think Toews is a swift of foot.
Kupari is fast too, but
Kupari had some wheels to him. But yeah, we'll see about the speed of it or not. I mean, there's many ways to win the cup, and the best way to do it is understand what you have and get the most out of it. The difficulty is the Florida Panthers have a little bit of everything: speed, physicality, skill.
Hey, I'm off on Monday, but I'm back on Tuesday, and we're going to be joined by Olli Jokinen, former Winnipeg Jet. I think 1,200 games in the National Hockey League. Olli Jokinen's we're going to be having him on the show on Tuesday, so don't miss that one. I'm really excited to have Olli Jokinen on.
And I'll be here Monday, but Cam won't.
So you know what? I wouldn't tell you not to listen. I would never say that.
I would never tell you not to listen, so listen, but it won't be as good without me, Cam Poitras. See ya!
Stamp it. Thank you very much, Jeffrey Fortune. Great job producing the show. Jim told all at 2 o'clock. See ya.